And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, where we are getting ready for game number 2 between the TBC Eagles and the Tigers from Voorhees College, coming down from Denmark, South Carolina. Trinity Baptist won the first game by a score of 24-8, and starting things off in game number 2. At bat for Voorhees, Mario Sumter, and he takes the first pitch in the dirt. Sumter was 1 for 5 with 2 runs driven in earlier today. Sorry we were unable to bring you that game here on TBC Eagles, but we're here for game number 2, and we'll try to give you highlights of how the first game went as the Eagles won that game again 24-8 as Sumter fouls this one off, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Eugene Farrell will bat second. He's playing left field. Keelan Sloan is batting third for the Tigers. He's doing the catching. Here's the 1-1. Ryan Heller doing the pitching for the Eagles. And this one is lofted down the left field line and tracked down and caught. That is E.J. Alvarez out there in left field, and 1 away. Cleanup hitter will be the shortstop, Quadricus Petty, batting fifth, playing third base. Oops, difficulty right there. As first pitch is in there for a strike. Batting sixth will be the first baseman. That is Miles Collins. Heller the 0-1, and this one is down in the dirt. In right field, batting eighth will be Jathan Smith, and the designated hitter for the Tigers will be Harvey Smith. 1 ball, 1 strike. Heller winds and delivers and misses downstairs. This one is in the dirt. Heller takes a long look in, and a 1-1. Good fastball that misses outside. Henry Adam Brower, we had a little difficulty getting his name off. He's the one that is batting fifth and playing third base. And that one is called a strike. Eugene Farrell will head back to the plate. Farrell was 1 for 3 with a run scored in game number 1. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Heller winds and delivers and misses low for ball 4. So Farrell is aboard at first. He draws the free pass. Keelan Sloan heads up to the plate. Has a runner at first, 1 out. Game 2 just underway. Tell you about pitcher Ryan Heller in just a moment, what he's done on the mound for the TBC Eagles. He's had a really good season, both pitching and hitting. Runner at first, 1 out, not going, and the first pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. Heller is 4-1 on the season, a 4.34 ERA. This is his 10th appearance overall and 7th start. He has pitched 1 complete game. The 0-1, Heller delivers. Good fastball lifted towards right. That is going to be caught for out number 2. Colby Kennedy out there in right field for game 2 for the TBC Eagles. So 2 outs with the runner at first. That's Eugene Farrell. Quindon Montgomery, the shortstop. He's hitting .324 on the season. Game number 1, Montgomery was 1 for 4, and he drove in a pair of runs. And Heller's pitch, fastball again, right down the middle. So, no balls and a strike. 2 outs with a runner at first. Heller takes a look and then throws over to first, and the runner's back in plenty of time. No balls and a strike. Runners on the move, and this one was fouled off over towards the Eagles dugout. Parker Lafferty doing the catching for Ryan Heller. Ryan Onks caught game number 1. Lafferty back there for the nightcap. Well, Farrell was running on the last pitch. Let's see what he does here. He holds up, and this one's in the dirt, and Lafferty blocks it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Heller takes a long look in, checks the runner, and now ready. The pitch is driven high into center field. That should be an easy play, and it's caught by Dylan Owens out there in center, and that ends the inning. A walk, but nothing else for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. Bottom of the first, no score, and here's a batting order for the Trinity Baptist College Eagles in Game 2. The shortstop will lead things off. That's Elvin Granado. The catcher, Parker Lafferty, will bat second. Mark Rogers is batting third. He's playing second base. Will Van Sickle, who started Game 1 on the mound, will bat fourth and play first base. Third baseman Noah Harder will bat fifth. E.J. Alvarez is in left field. He will bat sixth. We'll finish the batting order in just a moment. Gabriel Miles on the mound for Voorhees. I do not have pitching statistics for the Tigers. Miles ready with his first pitch, and this one is a little bit outside. Ryan Heller, the pitcher and the designated hitter, he will bat seventh. Colby Kennedy in right field, he will bat eighth, and Dylan Owens in center field rounds out the batting order. So here's Elvin Granado at the plate, fouls this one off. No balls and a strike. Granado was 3 for 3 in Game 1. He also scored 3 runs and drove in 3 as well. And the updated stats for the TBC Eagles has Elvin Granado batting .387, no homers and 20 RBIs. A ball and a strike. And a high fly ball towards right field. Pretty well hit, but it's going to hang up there and be caught. That is Quindon Montgomery out there in right field. Or check that, Jathan Smith, the right fielder for the Tigers. So 1 out, base is empty. Eagles batting for the first time in Game 2. Here's the catcher, Parker Laffery. 314 on the season, no homers, 14 runs driven in. And in Game 1 earlier today, 2 for 4, an RBI, and 3 runs scored. So 1 out on the fly ball to right. And this one is lined towards second. Calvin Coach right there on the defense to make the play. Laffery hit the ball pretty sharply, but that is out number 2. Eagles scored 11 runs in the first inning of game number 1, 5 in the second, and 8 in the sixth. Voorhees got a run in the first, 2 runs each in the second, third, and fifth innings, and a single run in the fourth. Mark Rogers at the plate for the Eagles. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI and 3 runs scored. That was earlier today in game number 1, and he takes a fastball upstairs for ball 1. Rogers is hitting .366. He has driven in 31 runs for the Eagles, and the pitch is a little bit low and outside, so 2 balls, no strikes. Gabriel Miles delivers a 2-0, and that one got away from him. Eugene Farrell is in left. Mario Sumter in center. Jathan Smith in right. He just made the catch out there. First batter of the game, Granado. And this pitch misses low, and that'll put Rogers aboard. He draws a 2-out walk, and the Eagles have the first base runner of the game. Third baseman is Henry Adam Brower. Quindon Montgomery is playing short. Calvin Coach already made a play out there at second base. And the first baseman is Miles Collins. Doing the catching is Keelan Sloan. And Gabriel Miles on the mound. Here's Will Van Sickle batting for the TBC Eagles. 301 on the season, and he takes the first pitch low and inside. Will has 23 runs driven in. And he's also scored 20 times. 0 for 4 in game 1, but he did drive in 3 runs. Scored twice as well. So productive outs. And he takes a fastball upstairs for ball 2. I'm Ray Bureau, and Dean Bureau, my son, back on the camera here at TBC Eagles Athletics. Trinity Ball Yard on a beautiful Tuesday after we were supposed to have a 60% chance of rain in the forecast. We didn't get a thing, but down in Lake Wales, the softball team at Warner did get rained out. There's a strike. Van Sickle taking all the way, and it's 2-1. Mark Rogers at first, he drew a 2-out walk. Eagles softball split a doubleheader with Columbia International University on Saturday. Rained out both yesterday at Ave Maria down south and today in Central Florida. They were supposed to play at Warner. They just added a doubleheader next Tuesday to the schedule. I just posted that up in between these baseball games. They're going to be at Edward Waters College next Tuesday at 4 p.m. That is the softball team we're talking about as Van Sickle takes ball 4. He is aboard. That's a second consecutive walk issued by Gabriel Miles. 2 on, 2 out. Noah Harder at the plate. He drove in 5 runs in the opener, 2 for 3, and also scored a run as well. On a season now batting .370 with 22 RBIs for Coach John Copeland and the TBC Eagles. Head coach Marcus Smith leads the Voorhees Tigers, and first pitch is upstairs to Harder. 1 ball, no strikes. He's assisted by Mr. Darius England. The interim president of Voorhees College is Dr. Ronnie Hopkins, and the athletic director is Miss Charlene Johnson. 1 ball, no strikes. Miles checks the runners, nobody holding him on, and this fastball is just a little bit off the outside corner. So 2 balls, no strikes. Glad you're joining us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube, TBC Eagles Sports Network. Rogers at second, Van Sickle at first. neither being held on, and Harder takes one just above the belt, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. Miles has walked 2 in a row. The Eagles very patient at the plate today. They drew 15 walks in game number 1, pounded out 14 hits, and scored 24 times. There's a strike. Harder taking all the way. It's 3-1. Alvarez on deck looking for a chance to get up to bat with runners on base in the first inning. But Harder will have to keep things alive for that to happen. He's well ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike. And both pitcher and hitter step off the mound and out of the batter's box respectively. Now Miles is ready. The 3-1 and a high fly ball, well hit towards center field. And that one drifted back towards left, and making the catch, almost losing his footing, was Eugene Farrell, but he regrouped and got under it. And that is out number 3. A couple of walks with 2 outs, but nothing else for the TBC Eagles. After 1, we have no score. Leading things off in the top of the second, Henry Adam Brower, Miles Collins, and Calvin Coach are the scheduled hitters for the Voorhees Tigers. No score after 1. Brower's getting his first at-bat of the afternoon, playing third base here in game 2, and a pitch. This one off the fists and grounded back to the box. Brower thought it might have been called foul off his foot, but the throw to first in time, and he's still pleading his case that the ball hit him in the batter's box. He's not going to win the call, and that is out number 1. Miles Collins, first baseman, also getting his first at-bat of the evening. One out, bases empty. Collins hitting .174 on the season, no homers and 3 runs driven in. Brower came in hitting .200 with 4 RBIs. Ryan Heller from the stretch exclusively, and the first pitch is a fastball low for ball 1. Regular season is starting to wind down. The Eagles have a 3-game series with Edward Waters College this coming weekend. More about that in a moment. And this one is a little bit outside. Friday night will be a 9-inning home game here at TBC Ball-Yard. And then Saturday afternoon in downtown Jacksonville at J.P. Small Memorial Park, the home of the Edward Waters College Tigers. There's a drive up the middle on the ground and a base hit. Collins singles. First hit allowed by Ryan Heller. And with 1 out, Voorhees has a runner at first for Calvin Coach. Good solid single right up the middle. That doubleheader at Edward Waters College will begin at 12 noon. And if they do stream go to YouTube and search Edward Waters College Athletics. That's where you'll find that game. I'll be able to update everything when I get a chance to a little later in the week. Heller has a runner at first, one out, and his first pitch swung on and missed. Calvin Coach at the plate. He was 0 for 4, but scored a run in game number 1. Coach on the season at .333. Runner at first is Miles Collins. Just got himself a nice ground ball base hit up the middle. And strike 2 at the knees to Couch. No balls, 2 strikes. Heller with the low pitch, a one-hopper, could be 2, flipped to second for 1, throw to first, not in time. Good hustle by Calvin Coach. He beats the relay throw, but the Eagles do get the force out at second. So that'll be a fielder's choice, credited to Coach. And good teamwork up the middle. Elvin Granado got to the bag, made a good throw to first. But again, Coach hustling all the way, good speed, and he beat the throw. Mark Rogers playing second base. He normally works one of the 2 positions on the left side of the field, but he's at second base here in game 2. Heller delivers a first pitch in the dirt to Jalen Smith, the right fielder. 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored in game number 1. Came into today's play hitting .167. One ball, no strikes. And the fastball is a little bit low. It's 2-0. So count of 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, a runner at first, Calvin Coach, and the pitch on the way is on the inside corner. We'll bring you Friday night's game here at Trinity Ball Yard. It is scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday afternoon at Edward Waters. Here is the 2-1 from Heller with 2 outs, and the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count is even at 2-2. And then one more 3-game series in the regular season for the Eagles right here on the home field. Bob Jones University comes to town on April 30th for a single 9-inning game on Friday night, and then Saturday, May 1st, a season-ending doubleheader beginning at 12 noon. This one in the dirt, and the count is full. Snap throw to first. Coach back in time, and with the full count and 2 outs, Calvin Coach will get a head start. Jalen Smith at the plate, digs in. Here's the pitch, and there's a grounder towards third. Harder will throw to first, and a good hustle by Smith, but a very nice flip throw on the jog in, charging that ground ball, and that ends the inning. 5-3 on the putout. A base hit, but that's all for the Tigers in inning number 2. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, no score. Bottom of the second, hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up for the TBC Eagles. E.J. Alvarez, Ryan Helber, and Colby Kennedy. Alvarez will start things off in the second, hitting .321. All these numbers are updated in between two games of the doubleheader. E.J. has homered once and driven in 15 while scoring 23 times for the Eagles. Gabriel Miles with his first pitch of the second inning, a fastball downstairs for ball one. Alvarez was 1 for 4, also drew a walk, drove in 2 runs, and scored twice in game 1 earlier today. Here's the 1-0, and he takes another fastball just a little bit low, and he's ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Now, according to what I see on the Voorhees page, this is their final game of the regular season, unless they have something not posted that I don't know about. Here's a 2-0. There's a ground ball towards short. Scoop and a good solid throw that dips down but dug out. Miles Collins at first, keeping that one out of the dirt and getting the out. Quinton Montgomery kind of waited back on that one a little bit. The throw looked good coming out of his hands, and it took a dip right as it got to first base, but Collins dug it, and that is 1 out. Ryan Heller had himself a fantastic day at the plate in game number 1. 4 for 4, a home run, and 3 doubles. Total of 3 RBIs. He also drew a walk, and he scored 3 times earlier today. Ryan Heller has been, you talk about on fire, he's been on fire and then some. Swing and a miss, had a good rip and followed that one straight back. Heller now batting .382 on the season, 3 home runs, 27 runs driven in. He's also drawn 9 walks and been hit by a pitch 6 times. But Granado leads the team with 9 hit by pitches. No balls and a strike. Let's see if Heller can keep his hot bat going here tonight. Here's the 0-1, and that one fouled into the dugout, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Heller had himself a banner day a couple of weeks ago in Denmark. Got a homer and drove in 14 runs in the Saturday afternoon doubleheader against Voorhees. Driven in 3 already today. Here's the 0-2, and he gets a piece of it, stays alive. Heller did go deep in that doubleheader as well, and I believe that's where he pitched his complete game. Eagles swept that series, looking to make it 5 in a row over Voorhees. They have now won 9 out of their last 10 and 12 of their last 17. Here is the 0-2, and again he gets a piece of it and stays alive. With the win earlier today, the Eagles are now 12-15 on the season, and that's after losing their first 10 ball games. They have been en fuego. Voorhees is coming into tonight's nightcap at 5-16 overall, 2-2 in the NAIA Association of Independents. And the pitch is in the dirt, and it is a ball and 2 strikes. Now the Tigers swept a doubleheader from Morris College on April 7th. They also had a win over Xavier April 16th and 17th, Xavier in Louisiana. So they've won some ball games of late, and there's a drive into left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. That's the first hit for the Eagles, and Eugene Farrell had to look directly in to the sun that is now starting to set, and that made it difficult for him to make the play. Otherwise, he would have had a pretty good chance at it. But that's a base hit for Ryan Heller. That's his 5th of the day, and he just needs a triple for a doubleheader cycle. Of course, officially it wouldn't count. But he has a home run, 3 doubles, and now a single, and he's also drawn a walk. Colby Kennedy, the right fielder, he drove in a run in game number 1 with a bases-loaded walk. Limited opportunities for Kennedy on the season. Officially, nothing out of 3, but he picked up his first RBI. A slow roller towards second. Only 1 play as Heller hustled all the way past the second baseman. Coach, though, did the right thing, got the out at first. Kennedy does advance the runner into scoring position for the center fielder Dylan Owens. Dylan is hitting .263 with 11 RBIs. No official at-bat in Game 1, but he did score a run. Got a chance to run the bases, and he takes his first pitch of the night up and in for ball 1. Ryan Heller, the runner at second, he singled his way aboard with 1 out. There are now 2 outs. And Miles delivers, and Owens might have pulled off that one and was over the top of it. Count even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Owens has a whole lot of room in the right center field gap and on the ground in the hole between first and second, but he fouls this one off to the right side. We are right about 70 degrees, and again, after the rain we had over the weekend, especially Sunday, we weren't sure if we would get this one in with a 60% chance of rain in today's forecast, but it is beautiful out here on the west side of Jacksonville. Owens with a line drive. It's going to be snared. Coach will flip to first, not in time. Owens has himself a base hit, and the Eagles have runners at the corners. That was a good job by Coach just to get to the ball. Owens runs well, as many of the Eagles do. Coach might have been better off holding on to that ball, not risking an overthrow, as the ball did bounce in the dirt just a little bit away from Collins, but Collins was able to get there in plenty of time. 2 on, 2 out, Elvin Granado at the plate. He drove in 3 runs in game number 1. Chance to drive in another, which would be the first run of the ball game, as the Eagles are batting in the bottom of the second of a scoreless tie, but there are 2 outs. Ryan Heller is at third. Dylan Owens is at first. Both hit their ways aboard. Miles with the first pitch, and this one just misses low. Granado has walked 11 times this season and been hit 9 times. That's 20 times getting on base, in addition to the base hits he has collected. Swung on and missed a high fastball up and out of the zone. Granado is 36 for 93 on the season. Now you tack on those 20 other times on, and that on-base percentage, that is way, and I mean way above 400. I don't have it with me, but I'm guessing it's around 450. Here's the 1-1 to Granado. A line drive into left field. That is a base hit. Heller will score. Owens will stop at second, and the Eagles lead 1-0. Good, solid single into left off the bat of Elvin Granado. Owens stops at second, and Granado has his 4th RBI of the doubleheader. Parker Lafferty lined to second, his first time up. Came into this ball game hitting .314 with 14 RBIs. Has a chance to drive in another. Good speed on the bases. Dylan Owens at second. Elvin Granado at first. 1 run is in. Miles delivers a first pitch to Lafferty. A good rip, but he chopped this one foul. And Lafferty not sure where that ball was. Started to take off. That's the right thing to do. Let the umpire make the call. Keelan Sloan back there behind the plate. No balls and a strike to Parker Lafferty. And this one misses low, and the count is even at 1-1. Owens 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts. Granado 4 out of 5. Eagles don't run excessively, but when they do, they're typically successful. They're 12 out of 15. That's 80% on the season. Coach Copeland picks his spots and picks them well. That one hit the outside corner, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on, and 1 run is in. Eagles batting in the bottom of the second, leading 1-0. And Miles delivers a 1-2 in the dirt and a nice block by Keelan Sloan. Gabriel Miles checks his sign. And the 2-2. This one is grounded hard towards short, but that's going to be an easy flip for Montgomery, and he gets the force out at second. Lafferty hit the ball hard, but that ends the inning. Eagles get a run on 3 hits, leave 2, and after 2, the score is Trinity Baptist 1, Voorhees nothing. New pitcher for the TBC Eagles as we start the top of the third. Number 14, Robert Buster Herrera, takes over on the mound in place of Ryan Heller, who went 2 innings, allowed just 1 hit, and he walked 1. Heller had a little bit of a jam on a dive back into second base in game number 1. He's all right, but a little precaution is part of the reason for the pitching change now. Plus, the Eagles want to make sure Heller is ready for that 3-game series coming up against Edward Waters this weekend. Buster Herrera takes over on the mound. He has an ERA of 5.52, no win-loss record. This will be his 8th appearance. He has started 1 time. 14 2/3 innings pitched. Herrera has allowed 13 hits, 14 runs, but only 9 of those earned. He has walked 8 and struck out 14. He will face 9, 1, and 2 in the batting order: Harvey Smith, Mario Sumter, and Eugene Farrell. And Harvey Smith at the plate, leading things off. His first at-bat of the day. He's the designated hitter here in Game 2. And Herrera's first pitch, a fastball right by the hitter. Smith is hitting .154. 2 for 13 on the season. One of those hits a double. No balls and a strike. Herrera throws a good fastball, grounded towards short. And a throw across by Granado is in time, and that's out number 1. Usually we see Granado playing second and Rogers at short. Coach Copeland has flipped them around here for Game 2. Give him a few reps at a slightly different position, but middle infielders, they're usually adept at playing either of the 2 spots. Top of the order, Mario Sumter's 0 for 1. Flew out to left to start the ball game. 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs in Game 1. Came in hitting .306 with 4 RBIs. Here's the first pitch from Herrera, and it's a fastball at the knees for a strike. Eagles are coming off that 3-game sweep of Bob Jones University this past weekend, and they put a whole lot of runs on the board once again. They have really swung the bats well, winning 9 of their last 10, including the win earlier today. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bases empty. Tigers batting in the top of the third. Herrera from the stretch, and he misses low and outside with the fastball. 2 strikes, 1 out. And Herrera uses the stretch exclusively. And the pitch. There's a chopper towards first. Van Sickle will field, take this one himself. That is out number 2. Good job by the pitcher, though, getting over just in case Van Sickle needed a little bit of help, but he had plenty of time to get to the bag and take it unassisted. So 2 outs. Left fielder Eugene Farrell, no official at-bat. He drew a walk his first time up. 1 for 3 with a run scored earlier today. And coming into today's play, hitting .214 on the season. Tigers as a team hitting .257. That's coming into today's play. Eagles at .319. Again, they've really swung the bat well and collected a lot of hits and scored a bunch of runs. No balls and a strike. Farrell chased one down in the dirt. Kennedy is giving the left-handed hitter a lot of room down the line should Farrell get it past Van Sickle at first. He tried to do that and cued this one off the end of the bat. 2 quick outs in the top of the third by Robert Herrera. And he's on the verge of possibly getting his first strikeout. No balls, 2 strikes. And this one misses, and it's 1-2. Going to be a tough deal to get Farrell. According to their stats page, he has not struck out a single time so far this season. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch, and misses upstairs, and it's 2-2. Herrera ready. Here comes a 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider, and that ends the inning. A great pitch by Robert Herrera. 1-2-3 gets the Tigers in the top of the third. We go to the bottom half of the third with the Eagles leading 1-0. Eagles coming to bat in the bottom of the third, leading 1-0. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Mark Rogers, Will Van Sickle, and Noah Harder facing Gabriel Miles, who has pitched 2 pretty good innings so far. 1 earned run on 1 hit and 2 walks, and he's looked pretty solid so far out there on the mound. Tigers have played flawless defense so far. They did not commit any errors in game number 1. And so far, no errors committed in game number 2. Mark Rogers walked his first time up, got to second base, but no further. 2 for 4 in game number 1. Drove in 1 run and scored 3. Rogers hitting .366 as we start play. And of course, without the official at-bat, first time up, he is still there at .366, and he takes the first pitch in the dirt. 31 runs driven in. That leads the TBC Eagles. And his fastball misses upstairs. Rogers has also scored 21 times. Ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. And he had a good rip and fouled that one off. Miles has a little bit of a hesitation in the middle of his windup. That could throw hitters off a little bit until they get used to seeing him a few times through the batting order. 2 balls and a strike. Works from the first base side of the rubber, and this fastball misses low, and it's 2-2. Or check that, 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Rogers digs in. Has a lot of room in right center. Long look by Miles, and now the pitch, ball 4, will put Rogers aboard with nobody out. That's the second time, and he has drawn a walk. Third total walk allowed by Miles. Rogers has now walked 14 times overall on the season. Will Van Sickle also walked his first time up. Got left stranded at first. A runner at first. Rogers, pretty good speed. Nobody out. Van Sickle at the plate. Pitch on the way, and this one just a little bit inside. Eagles in the dugout cheering on their teammate at the plate. One ball, no strikes, and a pitch. This one is upstairs, and it's 2-0. Rogers, nothing out of 1 in stolen base attempts. Van Sickle in the driver's seat at 2-0, and a pitch, a high chopper. That's going to be fielded. The throw to first with the pitcher covering gets away. Rogers will take off to third, and Van Sickle will head on into second. Rogers took a big turn. The throw is going to get him. Van Sickle will stop at second. Rogers is out at third. It's going to be an infield single for Will Van Sickle. An error on the overthrow allows Rogers to take third, and then he strayed a little too far off, and the Tigers saw that, threw to third, and got him out. Van Sickle at second base. Noah Harder at the plate with a man at second and 1 out. Time called. Harder going to talk to his first base coach, as Coach John Copeland of the Eagles wants to come out. I'm guessing he's going to talk about potential collision in the third baseline on that last play. Rogers trying to get back to the bag. Not a hard collision, but he did make some contact with the third baseman, Henry Adam Brower. I think that's what Coach Copeland might be talking about. Assistant coach Jordan Broden also in on the conversation. As it stands, Will Van Sickle is at second. There's 1 out. The discussion still going on. And now the Voorhees coach, Marcus Smith, coming on out. Well, the discussion is going to continue. We're going to pause here. We'll be right back in a moment. So the call will stand. Rogers out trying to get back to third. Van Sickle at second. Noah Harder at the plate. 0 for 1. A fly ball to left that ended the first inning. 2 for 3 with 5 runs driven in game 1 and 1 run scored. And that fastball misses outside. Chance for Harder to tack on to a big RBI day so far today with a runner at second. 1 out and ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Harder gets under one, pops it up, and it is out of play. So the count even now at 1 ball, 1 strike. Harder is hitting .370 coming into the ball game with 22 runs driven in. Miles checks the runner, nobody holding him on. There's a drive into center field. That's a base hit. Van Sickle will score easily. Harder takes a big turn. Now he's going to hustle on into second, and he's going to get himself a hustle RBI double. Harder, with nobody covering first, was able to make the big turn and get a good look at the outfield. Started to slow down, but never stopped, so he is going to get credit for a double. Drives in the run, Van Sickle scores, and the Eagles lead 2-0. E.J. Alvarez now a chance to extend the lead. Miles turns, takes a look, does not throw. Alvarez opened the second inning with a ground ball to short. 2-0 Eagles, and this pitch is in the zone for strike one. Single runs in the second and the third, still batting in the bottom of the third. That pitch hit Alvarez, and he is aboard, and the Eagles have 2 men on with 1 out. Third time this season Alvarez has been hit by a pitch. Ryan Heller at the plate, singled and scored in the second. So he started off as the pitcher slash DH, so he's still able to swing the bat. Put one over the left field fence in game one, and again, he is 5 for 5 overall today. And the pitch, this one is popped up. It's going to stay in play. Sloan, the catcher, makes the catch, and there are 2 away. And that's the first time today Heller has been retired. Colby Kennedy is 0 for 1, a ground ball to the second baseman in the second. A productive out, though. He did advance Heller, who ended up scoring a run. Two outs, 2 men on board. Harder at second, an RBI double. Alvarez at first, hit by a pitch, and the first pitch to Kennedy is in the dirt. One run is in. Kennedy trying to tack on another. There's a hot shot. Fair ball down the left field line. That's going to score Harder. Alvarez motoring around third. He's going to be waved on in. The throw will be cut off. 2-run double for Colby Kennedy, and the Eagles lead 4-0. RBIs 2 and 3 for Colby Kennedy. He picks up 2 on 1 hit. And again, the Eagles lead this one 4-0. E.J. Alvarez hustling all the way around from first. No chance to get him at the plate. Here's Dylan Owens, who is 1 for 1, and he takes the first pitch in the dirt. Kennedy hasn't had many opportunities to swing the bat, but he's been productive 3 times at the plate so far today. Owens chased one in the dirt, trying to golf that one, and the count is a ball and a strike. Kennedy had an RBI walk in game number 1. A productive out his first time up, and now a 2-run double. Owens gets into one, lifts it high into left center, but that's tracked down by Sumter, and that ends the inning. The Eagles, though, get 3 runs, leave 1, and after 3, Trinity Baptist leads 4-0. Top of the fourth, a nice 3-run inning for the TBC Eagles gives them a 4-0 lead. They also got a single run in the bottom of the second. Robert Herrera starts his second inning of work. He will face 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order. Keelan Sloan, Quindon Montgomery, and Henry Adam Brower. Sloan at the plate, 0 for 1, a fly ball to right his first time up. Herrera had a perfect 1-2-3 third inning, including a strikeout for out number 3. Ryan Heller started, went 2 innings, just 1 hit and 1 walk. Herrera with the first pitch, a fastball that misses inside. One ball, no strikes. And a pitch on the way is up and in, and it's 2-0. Again, the Eagles are about to play 3 against Edward Waters College. Even though they lost 2 to Edward Waters earlier in the season, they played the Tigers of EWC very tough. Couple of mistakes in each game. Otherwise, they had a great chance of winning both of them. Here's a 2-0, and this one misses low. 3 balls, no strikes. Keelan Sloan at the plate for the Voorhees Tigers. Came in hitting .300. And a 3-0 pitch on the inside corner for a strike. (3-1) from Herrera. High pop-up. Laffrey giving chase over near the dugout, and the slide not quite in time, but the count is full. That was right up against the fence. Laffrey made a terrific effort, came up empty, but Herrera, after falling behind 3-0, has come back to get the count full. Payoff pitch on the way. It's in the dirt. Ball gets away. Sloan hustling in case he had a chance to try to go for 2. So leadoff hitter is aboard. First walk allowed by Buster Herrera. That's what the Eagles teammates call Robert. That's the catcher running, so we will have a courtesy runner. Bryce Reed, if I'm seeing that correctly, will do the running for the catcher, Keelan Sloan. Reed did some pitching in game number 1. 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts. Of course, that's according to the DAC stats page for Voorhees. Quindon Montgomery, the shortstop, 0 for 1, flew out to center to end the first inning. Herrera does step completely off, so he's able to take a look without the throw. Reed has a huge lead off first, not going on the first pitch. That misses inside on the fastball. Montgomery came into today's play hitting .324 with 4 RBIs. Middle infielders playing double play depth. Rogers close to the bag at second. Herrera will throw to first, and the runner's back in time. Now Granado side to side is close to the bag, but he's deep right where the grass meets the dirt on the outfield side of the dirt. So it's going to take him a few steps to get to second base. That one fouled off, and it's 1-1. Of course, with Van Sickle holding the runner at first, that puts a lot of room on the ground to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reed again, a tremendous lead off first. Hasn't shown any signs of running yet. Gets a good secondary. Now to throw down to first. Got a chance. It is not in time. Reed slid into the back half of the bag. Van Sickle caught the ball in front of the bag. It was a very close play, but Reed got the hand in under the tag. Good throw by Laffrey. 2 balls and a strike. Reed not fazed by the throw from the catcher, gets another good lead, and this one catches the inside corner to even things up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner at first. Tigers batting in the top of the 4th, trailing 4-0 in the dirt. Reed will take off, and he'll get there without a throw, and that'll be a wild pitch charged to Herrera. So now runner in scoring position with nobody out, and a count of 3 balls, 2 strikes on the shortstop, Quindon Montgomery. He has driven in 4 this season, a chance to make it 5. Three balls, 2 strikes. Herrera checks the runner. Rogers holding him close, and the pitch. That one hits the batter, and the Tigers have 2 on with nobody out. Henry Adam Brower will step to the plate with 2 men on, nobody out. 0 for 1, a ground ball right back to the pitcher his first time up. That's the one where he was pleading his case that it fouled off of his own foot, but didn't get the call, and now Coach Copeland will head out to the mound to speak with his pitcher. We'll pause here. We'll be back in just a minute on TBC Eagles. The new pitcher for the Eagles, left-hander freshman Joseph Labus, got himself a pinch hit in game number 1 and very nearly put one over the left field fence right at the 320 sign. That one short-hopped that fence for a double, and now he's on the mound in relief of Robert Herrera, who has 1+ innings, no runs so far, and hopefully it'll stay that way. But Herrera did walk 1, struck out 1, and hit a batter. He is responsible for the 2 men on base. Joseph Labus, no wins, 1 loss, a 4.05 ERA, has really thrown the ball well, especially of late. This is his 5th appearance, 6 2/3 innings, 12 hits, only 3 earned runs. He has walked 6 and struck out 9. Henry Adam Brower is the first man Labus will face. Of course, Labus, the local product, and the pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Trinity Christian graduate 1 year ago. Very familiar with this mound where he pitched for 4 years. And this one, a curveball lifted high, pretty deep towards right. Kennedy will make the catch. Runner will tag from second, and he'll get there without a throw. Good at bat by Brower. Hit the ball really well down the right field line. Does not go as a sacrifice, but it does advance the runner. So 1 out, Miles Collins at the plate. He's 1 for 1, a base hit up the middle in the 2nd inning. So now runners at the corners. Lafferty, the catcher, relaying the first and third play call from the dugout. Eagles lead 4-0, but the Tigers threatening to get on the board, if not do a little bit more damage. First pitch from Labus, swung on, missed. That one had some sink to it. Kennedy giving a right-hand hitter a lot of room down the line. He also has a lot of room on the ground to the right side. The 0-1 from Labus misses high, and the count is even. The runner at third is Bryce Reed. He was a courtesy runner for the catcher Keelan Sloan, who led off the inning with a walk. Montgomery's at first. He was hit by a pitch. 1 out. Labus delivers. Misses just below the knees, and it's 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1, runners going from first, ground ball up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Montgomery will continue on to third. Tigers get a run, still have runners at the corners with 1 out. RBI single by Miles Collins. That's the second time he has grounded one into center field. This one drove in a run, and it's 4-1. That run charged to Herrera. Montgomery off on the pitch, went all the way first to third. So Collins aboard at first, Calvin Coach at the plate. 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Labus ready with his first pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Lafferty on the backhand. Middle infielders playing double play depth. He'll concede the run to have a chance to turn 2 and get out of the inning. And a pitch, high pop up, and this one is out of play. It's only the second hit for the Tigers. That one productive, drove in a run. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and third. And that fastball misses a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike. The wind has almost completely died away. Old Glory pointing straight down out there in right center. 2 balls and a strike. And Labus got on top of one there and missed low and inside. Count of 3-1. Number 7 hitter Calvin Coach. Jonathan Smith on deck, followed by Harvey Smith. Ball 4. It loads the bases with 1 out. Collins will advance to second. Coach is aboard. And it brings up Jathan Smith, the right fielder. He's 0 for 1, grounded to third his first time up. Timeout. Pitching coach Jordan Broden heading out to the mound to talk to Labus and the infield. We'll be back in just a minute. So Smith at the plate. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1 run is in. Labus ready. First pitch to Smith. And this one is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Noah Harder, the third baseman, in on the grass, as is first baseman Will Van Sickle. Again, the middle infielders looking to turn 2 and get out of the inning. 1 run is in. Tigers looking for a big top of the 4th. Pitch on the way. gets away. Montgomery will scamper home with run number 2, and that takes away the double play possibility on the ground at least. That'll be a wild pitch charge to the pitcher. Run charge to Herrera, close the book. 2 runs, both earned, charge to Herrera. 1 inning pitched, and Labus misses up high, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Collins advanced to third, Coach to second. First base is now open. And that one down the middle. Lafferty faked the throw, but nobody bought it. 3 balls and a strike. Now all 4 corner infielders in to try to keep the run from scoring. Ball 4 reloads the bases. Jalen Smith, a good at-bat, drew the walk. That's a second in a row allowed by Labus. So Harvey Smith at the plate. 0 for 1, a ground ball to short his first time up. And that's going to be it for Labus. That's a second trip to the mound. So we'll see who the new pitcher is in just a moment. Josh Wharton has grabbed a glove. He's going to head out toward the infield as well. Noah Harder comes in from third base to take over, so Wharton will go to second and likely push Rogers to third. And we'll tell you about Noah Harder in just a minute. Noah Harder on the mound for the TBC Eagles. No wins, 3 losses, his 10th appearance. He has started 1 game. He has picked up 2 saves. Harder has pitched 9 1/3 innings. He had a couple of rough outings early in the season. He's allowed 18 hits, 23 earned runs. He has walked 15 and struck out 10. Josh Wharton has come off the bench to take over at second base. He will not be in the batting order. The DH, Ryan Heller. Rogers goes from second to third, and Granado is playing short. Bases loaded, 1 out. Harder's first pitch in the dirt. Lafferty knocked it down, kept it in front, had to chase it, but all the runners held. Labus, 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 2 walks, responsible for all 3 runners. The 1-0, there's a ground ball towards short, could be 2. Wharton relay throw to first, Van Sickle digs it out, inning over. The run will not score because those were force outs, and a good job by the Eagles infield. Harder got the ground ball. Granado and newcomer Josh Wharton made the throw to first, and Will Van Sickle dug it out of the dirt. 2 pitches, and Harder is out of the inning on the 6-4-3. Tigers, though, get 2 runs and leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-2 Eagles. Tigers got 2 in the top of the 4th, and Will Van Sickle probably made the play of the inning as he scooped that short throw from Wharton. If that ball gets by, 2 runs score and the game is tied. So Van Sickle with an inning-saving play at first base at the back end of the double play. Granado, Lafferty, and Rogers will bat first for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 4th. Granado 1 for 2, a fly ball to right, and an RBI single. That drove in the first run of the game, and he is trying to get a rally started for Trinity Baptist in the bottom of the 4th. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau, our cameraman here at TBC Eagles Athletics. Glad you're joining us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Gabriel Miles with his first pitch, a line drive down to left field line. That is a fair ball. Granado will make the turn at first. And a really nice job in left field by Farrell, getting to the ball and getting it in and holding Granado to a leadoff single. That ball looked like it was going to be an easy 2-bagger, but Farrell got to the ball in a hurry and made a good throw to get it in. Well, second hit of the game for Elvin Granado. That's his 5th hit of the doubleheader. Parker Lafferty is 0 for 2. Line drive caught by the second baseman and a ground ball to short. Granado a really good lead off first, and that one nearly hit the batter. Lafferty just did spin out of the way. Granado is 4 for 5 in stolen base attempts. And Miles steps off. He has pitched 3 innings plus 1 batter. He's allowed 5 hits. 4 runs, all earned. And that one misses, making the count 2 balls, no strikes. Miles has walked 3, has not struck out an Eagle. And this one is at the knees, called a strike. I don't think Lafferty agreed with that one, but it's 2-1. Brower in very close at third, just in case Lafferty squares around. Here's a 2-1. He does show bunt this time, and that one nearly hit his foot. And 3 balls and a strike. Granado with a very good lead off first. Miles 1 check and the pitch. Bunt is down, and it is a fair ball. The throw to first off the mark, but nice play, and the Tigers do get the out. Collins was able to hop off the bag, get the ball out of the dirt, and beat Lafferty to the base, but Lafferty does get the sacrifice bunt down. So 1 out, Granado in scoring position for the third base. Now, third baseman Mark Rogers. Almost corrected myself. He started at second. Moved over to third during that pitching change. Rogers takes the first pitch up for ball 1. Rogers, no official at bat. He has walked both times up. Chance to drive in a run, and the pitch. Good swing, and he fouls this one off. That one got right off the end of the bat. Rogers hitting .366, the team leader with 31 runs driven in. Of course, usually your number 3 hitter is going to be at the top in RBIs. Good curveball by Miles. Haven't seen him do that a whole lot so far tonight. He gets that one in the zone, and it's 1-2. Strike 3 called, another breaking ball, and Rogers is out. That's the first strikeout for Miles, and it came in a good spot. Now he has a chance to get out of the inning without that leadoff single coming around to score. Will Van Sickle is 1 for 1. Got a single his last time up. Scored one of the 3 runs, the first of those 3 in the third. That one in the dirt. And no, it grazed off Van Sickle first. And he is aboard. I didn't see it actually hit Van Sickle, but he's now at first after getting hit by the pitch. That's the second one that Miles has hit. So 2 on, 2 out. Noah Harder at the plate. He drove in a run with a double his first time up. That brought Van Sickle in. Then later scored on the double by Colby Kennedy. Granado at second, Van Sickle at first, Harder at the plate, and another curveball by Miles in the zone. This would be a big boost for Miles if he can get out of this inning without a run scoring. A high fly ball, a chance to do just that. And that one is caught by the shortstop, Montgomery. The Eagles get a base hit to lead off the inning, get another base runner, but do not score. After 4, it's Trinity Baptist 4, Voorhees 2. Leadoff hitter for the Tigers in the 5th is the top of the order, Mario Sumter, followed by Eugene Farrell and Keelan Sloan. Eagles got 2 base runners, a leadoff single in the 4th, but did not score. It's a 2-run game. The Tigers got their 2 runs 1 inning ago. Noah Harder on the mound, the 4th pitcher for Trinity Baptist, and the first pitch misses low for ball 1. Sumter 0 for 2, a fly ball and a ground ball. Here's the 1-0, and this one is low and outside. Sumter came in to today's play hitting .306 on the season. 2 balls, no strikes, and that fastball is right down the middle, and Sumter was taking all the way. Count of 2-1. Noah Harder winds and delivers. The bunt is down, and Sumter, if he had kept that fair, would have had himself a very easy base hit. But he pushed that one foul. Rogers well off the line at third base. And Sumter, I've seen him play here before in the past couple of years. He can run. Would have had a base hit. Now with 2 strikes, let's see what he has in mind. Harder ready. Here's the 2-2. This one in the dirt, and the count is full. Three balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. High fly ball towards center field. Ryan Heller makes the catch. And that is out number 1. That ball looked like it was going further out than it did, just kind of lost a little bit of life. Heller taking over in center field during that pitching change last inning. Dylan Owens has come out of the ball game. And this is in the zone for a strike. So I might have said something incorrectly last inning. Now, if I'm correct, Josh Wharton will be the number 9 hitter in the batting order. That one is fouled off, and Harder's ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Tigers batting in the 5th, trailing 4-2. 1 out, bases empty. No balls, 2 strikes, and a chopper headed up the middle. Rogers able to field and throw to first, or Granado rather, and a good play. Gets the out, and there are 2 away. Two outs, bases empty. Keelan Sloan at the plate. He's 0 for 1, but last time up he walked, and his courtesy runner, Bryce Reed, came around to score. Harder ready, and the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Harder came into a very tough situation an inning ago. Bases loaded, 1 out, threw 2 pitches and got a double play to get out of the inning. And this one misses low, and he's retired the first 2 men pretty easily in the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, and Sloan is down 1-2. Sloan came in hitting .300. Here's a 1-2. Good curveball, but did not get the call. Might have broke a little too soon and just missed the outside corner. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball, chop towards third. Rogers knocks it down. Throw to first will be in time. Very close play, but Rogers with a good, strong arm, able to recover after he mishandled it at first, but that good arm able to get the play. So Harder gets a 1-2-3 top of the 5th. We go to the bottom half with the Eagles leading 4-2. Eagles batting in the bottom of the 5th, leading 4-2. Hitters 6, 7, and 8 are due up. E.J. Alvarez, Ryan Heller, and Colby Kennedy. Gabriel Miles has looked very impressive through the first 4. They've tagged him for 4 runs, but he's gotten out of a couple of tough situations as well. He left 2 men stranded in the 1st and 2 men stranded in the 4th, and even though he gave up a run in the 2nd, also left The Eagles got to him in the bottom of the third when they put 3 on the board. And it's 4-2 as E.J. Alvarez leads off bottom of the 5th. Eagles with the 2-run lead. Miles takes a long look in, now winds and delivers the first pitch. This one off the fist, looped into left center field and on the ground. And Granado, or rather Alvarez, has himself a leadoff single. Montgomery outran the ball, had to turn around to find it, and actually fell down in front of him. And Alvarez is aboard with a base hit. Ryan Heller has had a terrific day at the plate once again. Last time up, a pop-up caught by the catcher. The only time he's been retired today. He has 5 hits and a walk. A home run and 3 doubles in Game 1. A base hit and a run scored in Game 2. Big lead off first by Alvarez. Heller squares down to bunt and pops this one up. It is caught. A chance for 2. Alvarez is back, and Heller unable to get down the bunt, and that's 1 out. So 1 away for Colby Kennedy, who is 1 for 2 with a 2-run double his last time up. 3 total plate appearances, and all 3 productive. A total of 3 RBIs in this doubleheader. Came in late in Game 1, drew a bases-loaded walk. Advanced a runner with a ground ball in the 2nd inning today of Game 2, and then got that 2-run double his last time up. Alvarez, another very good leadoff first, and a breaking ball that breaks a little too late and misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Eagles trying to pump up the offense. And a pitch. Line drive into left center. That's a base hit. Alvarez will look at the coach and hold up there at second base. And the Eagles have 2 men on with 1 out. Kennedy has swung the bat well in game number 2. That's his 2nd hit. Both of them hit very hard. Josh Wharton with his first at bat of game number 2. Oh for 3 in Game 1, but he did drive in a run, and he scored 3 times as well. Also drew a walk earlier today. Didn't start Game 2, but came in defensively. Now has a chance to drive in a run. First pitch, taking upstairs for ball 1. Wharton is hitting .314 with 7 RBIs. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. High fly ball into center field. Sumter giving chase. He'll make the catch. Alvarez will tag. The throw coming to third. A good throw, but just a little bit off the mark, and Alvarez beats the tag. Brower had to come off the base 1 step to his left, and Alvarez was able to slide away from the tag. Very good catch and throw by Mario Sumter. So he was going away from the play, but a good arm in center field. So Wharton does advance the runner. There are 2 outs. Kennedy at first, Alvarez at third, and Granado at the plate. He's had a good game too. Actually had a good total day. 2 for 3 with an RBI in the nightcap. Chance to drive in an insurance run. Ground ball headed up the middle, but that's going to be caught and flipped to second, and that ends the inning. So once again, Miles gets 2 base runners but strands them both. Eagles do not score. Go to the top of the 6th. Trinity Baptist 4, Voorhees 2. Middle third of the batting order due up for Voorhees, Quindon Montgomery, Henry Adam Brower, and Miles Collins as the Tigers come to bat, trailing by 2 runs in the top of the 6th. It's 4-2 Trinity Baptist. Again, Gabriel Miles got into and out of trouble, leaving 2 runners stranded 1/2 inning ago. Noah Harder has been terrific since coming in relief, 1 2/3 innings, and has retired all 4 batters he's faced. Got a double play when he came in with the bases loaded and 1 out, and in a perfect 5th inning, first pitch misses inside to Montgomery. He was hit by a pitch and came around to score in that 2-run 4th. Ball 2 misses inside. Montgomery 0 for 1 officially. 2 balls, no strikes, and this one is upstairs. Harder falls behind a leadoff hitter. It's 3-0, and there's a strike at the top of the zone. Montgomery thought it was ball 4. He'll have to go pick up his bat and get back in the box. Three balls and a strike, and now the Tigers over in the first base dugout cheering on their teammates at the plate. And the pitch swung on and fouled back. Good comeback by Harder to run the count full after missing with the first 3 pitches. Tigers very much in the ball game, and they're trying to rally here in the 6th. Harder's 3-2. A little looper up the middle and under the glove of Granado, and a runner is aboard with nobody out. That'll be an error against Elvin Granado, and the first error of the ball game for the Eagles. That allows Montgomery to reach, and a potential tying run steps to the plate. Henry Adam Brewer is 0 for 2. Ground ball to the pitcher and a fly ball to left. Could be the break the Tigers have been looking for. Montgomery at first, and the first pitch misses inside. Montgomery 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts, has himself a really nice lead off first. This one is lined foul down the right side. Montgomery at first. Brower at the plate. Harder from the stretch. Swing and a miss. A good fastball, and Harder's ahead 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And Brower started to flinch, but held up in time to take one upstairs. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, nobody out. Breaking ball misses, and Lafferty gets his body in front, keeps the runner at first, but it's now 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way. Montgomery a great lead and a high fly ball towards right, giving chase, but this one is foul. Colby Kennedy on his horse, and that one just missed, possibly bringing home a run from first base. That one took some funny hops. It hit foul, but Kennedy picked it up well into fair territory. Another 3-2 coming from Harder. Montgomery back at first, and a pitch, and a good swing by Brower, and he fouled it straight back. Another 3-2 on the way. Throw over to first. They got a runner trap between first and second. Van Sickle will flip to Granado. He's going to chase Montgomery back. Another flip, and Harder, the pitcher, covering first, and they get the runner. That'll go as a caught stealing for Montgomery, a pickoff for Noah Harder. 1, 6, 3, 4, 1 on the putout. So 1 away, a break for the Eagles, and a good call, whoever decided to throw over to first. Harder to 3-2, ball 4, and Brower is aboard. Somebody noticed that Montgomery was flinching and leaning towards second, and Harder picked him off. That's the first walk issued by Harder. 1 out. Runner at first. Miles Collins at the plate. He has twice grounded one over the second base bag into center field. And his first pitch is outside for ball 1. Ball, no strikes, and the pitch, and it's up and away. It's 2-0. And Harder, after getting 5 outs on his first 4 batters, has fallen behind some hitters. Did get the big play that he started himself a moment ago. Snap throw to first, and a runner's back in time, but Harder's down 3 balls, no strikes. Ball 4, 2 consecutive walks, and the Tigers have the runners at first and second, representing the potential tying runs. Number 7 hitter Calvin Coach steps up. Timeout. Coach Broden heading out to the mound to talk to Harder. Couch is 0 for 1. Fielder's choice and a walk. Eagles will have a conference at the mound, and we'll be back in just a minute. Calvin Coach at the plate, 2 on, 1 out. Harder turns, looks at second. Nothing going on. Josh Wharton trying to hold the runner close. Harder takes a long look, now delivers his first pitch, and Coach gets a good swing and fouls this one back. No balls and a strike. Cue shot right at the first baseman. Van Sickle will do the only thing he can do and step on the bag. Well, there are 2 outs, but both runners do advance. Brower to third, Collins to second. They represent the potential tying runs. Trying to bring them in will be Jalen Smith. He walked his last time up, 0 for 1. Chance for him to potentially tie up the ball game if he can get a base hit into the outfield. Eagles have some good arms out there. Heller in center, Kennedy in right. This one is in the dirt. Alvarez in left. 1 ball, no strikes. First base is open. Not the worst thing if we get a walk here. Harvey Smith waiting on deck. Jonathan Smith looking to do some damage. 4-2, Eagles lead. Tigers are threatening in the top of the sixth. And the pitch right down the middle. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harder in a little bit of a jam of his own doing. And the pitch, high pop-up. Heller, now Kennedy in right as the ball tails, and Kennedy makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 2 walks and an error, but a pickoff, and 2 men left, no runs scored. The Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the 6th, leading 4-2. Gabriel Miles getting ready to start his 6th inning of work. Even though the Eagles have gotten 4 runs off Miles, this pitcher has left 2 men on base in each of the first 5 innings, so he's made some good pitches when he's had to get the Eagles out of the inning. Laffrey will lead off, followed by Rogers and Van Sickle. Those are hitters 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. Eagles 4, Tigers 2. This has been a very tight, competitive ball game the entire way. Trinity got 1 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd to take a 4-0 lead. Voorhees got 2 runs in the 4th. They threatened in the 6th but did not score. Laffrey trying to start a rally and get the Eagles some insurance, and that one's right off the fist but into right field for a base hit. Not hit hard at all, but in a perfect spot, and Laffrey has himself a leadoff single. Hit number 10 for the TBC Eagles. Mark Rogers will step up 0 for 1, 2 walks, and last time up called out on strikes on 2 terrific curveballs in a row from Gabriel Miles. Eagles looking to add on some insurance. Now looking ahead to the 7th, 9, 1, and 2 are due up for the Tigers. Harvey Smith, Mario Sumter, and Eugene Farrell. Laffrey with a good lead. Rogers shows bunt to throw down the right field line, and with nobody there, Rogers could go to 3rd. He's going to turn, or Laffrey rather, and he will scamper all the way first to 3rd on the overthrow. There's a break the Eagles have been looking for. That'll be an error on the catcher. Now Rogers a chance to drive in a big insurance run for the TBC Eagles. Smith way off the line and right. That allowed Laffrey to go 2 bases on the throw. 1 ball, no strikes, contact, should get a run home. And the pitch. High fly ball in the right, that's going to at least score the run. Smith will run that down. He's going to make the throw to the plate. It is up high and the runner's in. Laffrey scores and the Eagles lead by 3. The run is unearned, but it's a very important insurance run as now Trinity leads 5-2. RBI sacrifice fly from Mark Rogers. And the team leader in RBIs has just picked up number 32 on the season. Bases empty, 1 out. Will Van Sickle at the plate. Jonathan Smith made a great job running down that ball and keeping Rogers off base. High fly ball, well hit, left center field, but it's going to fall into the glove of the left fielder Eugene Farrell. Looked a lot better coming off the bat. But as we've cooled down here with the setting sun, the temperatures have dropped, the air has thickened, and just knocked that one down. Hardly any wind at all, either helping or obstructing a good fly ball. But the thick air knocked that one down. So there are 2 outs. Noah Harder at the plate. And the first pitch popped up and out of play right over our heads. No balls and a strike to Harder. Miles ready, and the pitch, and this one is fouled off to the right side. No balls, 2 strikes. Miles is ready, and the pitch, and this one misses inside. Now, barring anything dramatic happening in the 7th, I'm going to go ahead right now and call the player of the game, TBC's right fielder Colby Kennedy. 2 for 3, 2-run double. That gave the Eagles some insurance earlier in the game. There's a ground ball base hit into left, and Noah Harder is aboard. That's his 2nd hit. So, runner at first, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Eagles lead 5-2. Harder with his 4th hit overall of the day, and he has driven in a total of 6 runs. But Game 2's player of the game, Colby Kennedy. E.J. Alvarez at the plate. Been on base twice, singled last time up, scored a run earlier in the game, and he takes this pitch in the dirt. So congratulations, Colby, getting a start, and you earned yourself player of the game honors. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. And that one is on the corner, and the count is even at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Eagles with a 3-run lead. Miles delivers, and Alvarez laces one toward the gap. Smith will not get there in time. Harder will round third. There's going to be a play at the plate. The throw is in time. Harder's going to backtrack, get himself in a rundown. Flip towards third. Brower's going to chase down Harder and apply the tag, and that is out number 3. Excellent throw from the outfield by Jathan Smith. They get the runner in the rundown, and Harder is tagged out. Well, the Eagles do get a big insurance run on the sac fly from Mark Rogers, and after 6, it is Trinity Baptist 5, Voorhees 2. the 7th, and hitters 9, 1, and 2 are due up for the Voorhees Tigers. Harvey Smith Jr., Mario Sumter, and Eugene Farrell. And they will face a new pitcher, Jacksonville product from Paxson High School, junior Ben Van Sickle. And this will be a save situation for Van Sickle. 3 wins, no losses, 7.03 earned run average. He has struggled a little bit of late, but he is on there to try to shut the door and save it for potential winning pitcher Noah Harder. He went 2 2/3 innings, 2 walks, but no runs, no hits for Noah Harder. So with Heller the starter, going only 2 innings, then it goes to the reliever who was the most effective, and that was by far Noah Harder. So Ben Van Sickle trying to pick up the save. Harvey Smith will lead things off. He is 0 for 2, is grounded to short both times. E.J. Alvarez gets credit for a double, but again, a terrific throw by Jathan Smith to the plate. Tigers got Harder in a rundown between third and home and applied the tag. Eagles, though, got the insurance run they needed. Lead 5-2 as Van Sickle's ready for his first pitch. And this one is bounced towards Wharton at second. That should be an easy play, and there's one away. 1 pitch, 1 out. And now Mario Sumner at the plate. Ryan Ongst has taken over behind the plate for Parker Laffery. Parker has gone into center field, and Ryan Heller has come out of the game.
Now batting, number 1, Mario Sumter.
2 out, or 1 out. Bases empty. Sumter at the plate. And a changeup from Van Sickle, and this one misses low. Sumter is 0 for 3, a couple of fly balls and a ground ball sandwiched in between. And Van Sickle with a terrific fastball in the zone, and the count is even at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. And a good swing by Sumter, but that fastball had some movement to it, and he fouled it off. It's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes. Ben Van Sickle not playing around. He is throwing some BBs. Here's the 1-2. And another chopper, this one right back to the box. Van Sickle with the easy flip to his brother, and there are 2 away. Van Sickle to Van Sickle on that last play, and Eugene Farrell represents the potential final out. Of course, he wants to get on base, keep the inning alive. Should he reach, Keelan Sloan would be next, followed by Quindon Montgomery. There are 2 outs, and the bases are empty. Eagles lead 5-2. Van Sickle does have 1 save so far. He's looking for number 2. Has just 1 more out to get. First pitch, a breaking ball that misses low for ball 1. Eagles won the first game mightily, 24-8. Voorhees has really made this one competitive. Got to within 2 before the Eagles got that extra run in the 6th. It's 5-2. That one missed inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's a 2-0. And that fastball at the knees. Farrell nods his head yes in agreement, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Van Sickle ready. Fastball misses inside. Count of 3-1. Farrell has walked, struck out, and grounded to short. 3-1. Here's a ground ball towards first. Will Van Sickle fields it, steps on the bag, and that's the ball game. Final score, Trinity Baptist College 5, Voorhees College 2. The winning pitcher, Noah Harder, in relief, 2 2/3 innings. He walked 2 men, did not allow a hit or a run. And Ben Van Sickle goes a perfect 1-2-3 7th inning and gets his second save of the season. Credit Gabriel Miles of the Tigers, a complete game. 4 runs earned, 5 runs total. He did allow 10 hits, but he made some good pitches to get out of some tough situations in every one of the 6 innings that he pitched. Player of the game, Colby Kennedy, 2 for 3, a 2-run double in the third. And that's our final score. Well, Friday night, the Eagles are back on the home field against Edward Waters College, and then those 2 teams will play a doubleheader at Edward Waters' home field in downtown Jacksonville. Thanks, everybody, for watching us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. For Dean Bureau on camera, Coach John Copeland, and our athletic director, Mr. John D. Jones, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist.